Communities across Illinois have considered implementing costly building code upgrades for new homes. And among those weighing in on making such a move is the community of Deerfield, located in Chicago's Northshore area. I'm Jon Broadbooks, Communications Director for the Illinois Association of Realtors, and joining me today to talk about the developments up there is IAR Government Affairs Director Howard Handler, who works with the Northshore Barrington Association of Realtors. And let's talk with Howard about why Deerfield is considering these new rules. What do you think, Howard?
Well, John, the latest version of the International Residential Building Code requires fire sprinklers in the code. Now, the model code's not written in stone. Municipalities are free to amend the code as they see fit. But since the sprinkler mandate is already included in the code, they do have to take a vote to rescind it out of the code.
So, assuming these rules would be put in place, and we hope they're not, what would the impact be on a prospective home buyer?
In terms of cost, there's a number of factors that determine the cost, but I think it'd be fair to say that in Deerfield, we're talking about a minimum cost of $10,000. That figure doesn't include annual maintenance costs and additional mortgage interest and property taxes when it's factored into the purchase price of the home.
So when you talk to residents in Deerfield, and I know you're probably talking to a lot of people, what are they telling you about this proposal?
So, John, I not only have the honor of representing the Realtors before the Village of Deerfield, but I also happen to be a resident of Deerfield. So I have had good communications with residents on this issue. Anecdotally, I'd say that they largely oppose the issue. From a scientific perspective, we actually have polling on the issue of residents in northeastern Illinois, which includes Deerfield. And the polling shows that nearly 9 out of 10 residents believe that sprinkler mandates, or I should say sprinklers, should be the choice of the consumer, not the government.
So Howard, is there a concern on the part of some of the trustees that perhaps this could be an overreach? This might actually hurt development in this community?
Oh yeah, we heard from some of the trustees that voiced concerns about the costs. Other trustees voiced concerns about government intrusion, and we also heard the issue of the village remaining economically competitive with neighboring communities that don't have such requirements.
Now, IAR has been pretty aggressive in trying to fight against sprinkler mandates. Why is this such a big issue for a realtor? I mean, I think we can understand the cost side for consumers, but what about realtors? What is it about this policy that really makes it bad for them?
Well, the National Association of Realtors estimates that for every $1,000 increase in the cost of a home, 250,000 homeowners are priced out of the house. And the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, they have found that government regulations can increase housing costs by as much as 35%. So if we're going to keep home ownership attainable, we must have an affordable building code. And we need to look at unnecessary regulations that drive up the cost of housing and price people out of housing.
So what's next in Deerfield?
Well, as the Deerfield Review newspaper reported, Deerfield trustees were poised to adopt the full code, including the sprinkler mandate, until we came in and gave our testimony. And we changed actually a lot of opinions, or at least caused them to second guess their initial assumptions. So they actually voted to move forward on the full code, except for the sprinkler issue. And they're going to go revisit the sprinkler issue at their first October meeting. We're going to continue to monitor and weigh in on that situation until then.
Well, Howard, my thanks for joining us today. Howard is a Government Affairs Director with IAR, working with the Northshore Barrington Association of Realtors. To learn more about this and other issues important to IAR's 41,000 members, please check out the association's blog at iarbuzz.com, and you'll find links to the story that Howard referenced as well.